I have no idea.
All that stuff happened, and then it all,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, people was commenting.
Yeah, and then it stopped. There's Larry.
I don't know what the hell happened. People were still commenting, but maybe it was lag. Hopefully they looks like we got three. Hopefully some of them figure out that we're back. That's weird.
Yeah, it was. It was really weird. It was as soon as you started talking about a strike.
Yeah. Yeah, it booted. I don't know. Well, 2 lives in one night. Shit. That's a world record.
That's a bonus.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna go camping this weekend. I'm gonna stay
Yeah.
back, clean the office, get my computer that I haven't used in 6 months. I haven't used my other computer down there in fucking forever. Probably 6 months.
Probably. I'd honestly say that.
Get my garage cleaned up, get some side by sides cleaned up, ready for a new differential. Ready for a Z950 differential. Z950 diff swap.
Oh, there's Brett.
Hey, Brett. I don't know what happened. You sound good. So you sound like, yeah. Yeah. It must have been your listening device. I don't know. Hell if I know. Technology these days, you'd think the shit would just work. Not how it goes. The best things that work are about this tall and they take double A's.
Well, I have something. I have something I want to talk about.
What?
Well, there's a lot of people talking about their exhaust getting hot, and
Sure was.
everybody keeps saying, "Oh, get a whiskey tip or whatever they're called, for your side by side." I got
That's
news for all
okay.
you. I got news for all you people. A larger exhaust tip is not going to make your exhaust run any cooler.
Nope.
It is, yeah, it'll run cooler right at the tip,
Yep.
but nowhere else.
Nope.
It's a marketing scam that people buy into.
Yeah, because it might flow better out of the tip, but it doesn't flow better through the converter. Duh.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Justin did a video on the temping and all that stuff. I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
He only did it with temp on the tip.
Okay.
But here's the whole thing.
Sorry, that was funny.
You can't get an accurate reading
Mike.
on shiny metal.
No, you really can't because of the laser.
Is that Mike? Mike?
Yep, finally fixed too, Billy.
Is that Mike?
Mike who? No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, watch my luck. The pinion will be a different gear ratio.
Don't say that.
I'll just swap out the front diff for a 950 diff, and then I'll be faster than the 950. I'm slower than all of them, but I was also 1,000 pounds heavier.
You have all that stuff on there.
Yep.
Did they have a different part number for the ring gear also?
Nope. Just a pinion and that one bearing that I saw.
They might have changed the diameter of the pinion shaft just for use a different bearing to beef it up.
That could be.
Oh.
Yeah, I know how to calculate ratios and whatnot. Twist throttle gives you more power over thumb throttle. Well, it depends upon the situation. if you're on a holy shit, hold the fuck on bike, you definitely want twist throttle, because as the power pulls you back, it pulls your hand, which keeps the throttle all the way on. On a thumb throttle, it'll pull your hand away and slow you down. That's just hillbilly science.
1,000 pounds of ammo.
Yep, 1,000 pounds of Amazon crap and Super ATV crap and God knows what else. That's my Amazon buggy. Everybody makes fun of my Amazon buggy. But you know what?
E-Force 1000. My drive shaft was loose, and the rear end is trashed.
Well, I had 2 messages this week. A 1,000 and an 800. Oh, make that 3. And a 950. Rear differential problems.
Now, I have one of the very first Z1000s. One of the very first ones to roll off the line. Matter of fact, it was like number 256 to come off the line.
Yep.
And in 7,000 miles, I've had 0 differential problems.
You just got lucky. What year is yours?
2018.
So it's got the same diff as mine, hers, and everybody else's.
Yep.
You just got lucky. I don't know. Some people get lucky. If I were to guess, the process of making them was probably not all that great, and you had some bad ones and you had some good ones.
So is what you're saying is kind of like automobiles. You don't want one that was put together on a Monday or on a Friday.
Yep. Now, I don't know if their gears are casted or what. I bet they are.
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Yeah,
Ooh.
they're the only part that's powdered metal is in the front diff, the spider gears. Those are powdered metal gears. All the other gears are actual your typical cast gears that are machined.
Read Hillbilly's comment.
Wow.
I will say I was running the absolute balls off of that thing that week. I mean, I was hammering it. I don't even think the throttle ever saw anything less than 50%. Wasn't I? I was tromping through them trails and up them rocks, which is probably why I broke the axles on the wife's 500 trail, because I kept trying to give it throttle, but she just wasn't having it. Them little 500s, man, they're fun, but they're slow. I have a rear end problem with my Z1000. Every time I hit a mud hole, my rear end gets wet. What?
Well, I'll tell you right now, it doesn't fix the problem. The water still comes in.
Yeah, I don't have that problem now that I got the Super ATV inserts. It takes care of a lot of stuff that gets inside.
No, when you go through a mud hole and the water's deep.
Tastefully utilized. I tastefully utilize my foot in the floorboard's ass. Oh shit.
Hey Laura, go
Yes.
out there to Steve's side by side. After he gets it going, actually before he gets it going again.
Yeah.
There's a bolt down there by the throttle pedal.
Uh-huh.
Turn it out about 20 turns.
No, there's
To
not.
where he only gets put a bolt in there.
Speaking of that, I probably should adjust that throttle cable because my machine has gotten slower.
So I got to ride with you?
Yep. Come ride with me.
Brett, I'm trying to get him to come out here to the southwest to go riding.
I would, but I'd have to take an airplane or 3 weeks vacation.
It's
Yep.
less than it's less than 30-hour drive.
Yeah, I'm hauling a trailer with 2 kids. It'll take me 60 to get there.
You leave the kids, you leave the wife. That way, you only stop for fuel.
Oh, me and the wife? Oh no, we could tag team that shit. Be there in 15. But
Oh,
if we
yeah?
bring the kids,
Uh-oh.
what? Damn,
Guess
she's
who?
late.
Guess who's at the door?
She's late. Well, no, she's not. This is the second live stream. Yep, 11 minutes. She's on time.
What?
Now you know why Larry has headphones on at all times.
Yeah, I was watching that. The way I said not to.
Brett says he's in New Hampshire. I don't know where that's at.
It's a little state, I believe. Just a little one, I think.
You gonna come say hi?
Did you piss her off or what?
She says she's hot and sweaty. Hello.
Hi. Smack Larry. We want to see it. Oh, we can't hear a word she's saying.
Mm-mm.
We can't hear her. You got no audio. He said more. 40 minutes from Boston. Oh, that's not bad.
Massachusetts.
You got no audio.
We don't hear you.
How about now?
Yep.
All right. She hit the mute button on the headset.
Yep.
Oh, man.
We told her to smack you, and everybody was loving it.
Of course.
I'm in North Carolina. No.
North Carolina's not too far.
No, it's not. That's an easy one.
Y'all just need to come out here, get an Arizona temporary plate, and go wherever the hell you want to go.
I'll ride Arizona with my fucking plates. I ain't scared.
Oh,
Seems how ATVs and stuff are legal there. I think my plate is valid.
might be.
Should be.
Oh, son of a bitch. I'll be back.
Who you say that?
Cocksuckers. Oh.
Let's do Moab. You know, my machine, I would love to do Moab with. Maybe hers after I get it EX swapped and Elka's on there. That'd be cool. And I'd have to do a clutch kit for her to do Moab.
Moab's just up the road from me.
Yep, it is.
I live on the same road that goes straight to Moab, US 191.
Yep. So if we would do Moab, you'd have to get your damn side-by-side put together.
I could literally have my side-by-side put together in the next hour and a half.
Did you ever figure out what's wrong with it?
No, I'm giving up.
You just gonna run it?
Yep, and then I'll just wait and fucking take it to a dealer, and but a dealer won't diagnose it right. They'll just fucking swap parts till it works, which is kind of scary.
Yep.
What does he have on there? What's that say down there?
He said October 1st.
We're busy.
We have a ride October 2nd. We're doing with Brandon and his wife.
Yep.
Which anybody is more than welcome to join us.
Yep.
October's a good time of year to ride here. Wow.
Always broke down.
It's only broke down for a power steering issue.
Does the power steering work though?
Nope.
You better get that fixed because that would suck.
It does suck it. It's not bad at high speeds, but when you're trail riding or you gotta do a turnaround or something, it
Me
sucks.
too.
You'd be surprised at how heavy that steering is.
Oh, I bet, especially with the bigger tires. Hell, you can
Yeah.
feel the bigger tires with the power steering.
Yeah.
I have to say, with the stock tires at high speed, the steering is pretty darn touchy. With 28s at high speed, the steering is just right.
October 1, they come legal.
Where? Who? What does? I'm legal. I drive anywhere. I don't care.
Now you just get away with it.
Yep. I got that plate, so them cops look at that plate and they don't fuck with me. North Carolina.
See, I don't think you guys have a lot of U.S. Forest Service roads over on the East Coast, do you?
Nope.
See, the Forest Service would have a heyday with your plate
I'm sure.
because Forest Service on their main on U.S. Forest Service main roads, they only street legal licensed vehicles can use U.S. Forest Service roads. So if your plate has any restrictions, they are not allowed to use state Forest Service roads.
Well, see, you know the best part? I've been pulled over 3 times. Each officer told me my shit comes back with no restrictions.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that law is there just as a bullshit law, and I don't know.
Like Washington, their Washington State plate is a wheeled called wheeled all terrain vehicles.
Yeah.
WATV plate. And that plate is set up identical how yours is with UV. Okay?
Yeah.
But it says restricted on it because you're not supposed to be on roads over 35 miles an hour.
Right.
Just like with your plate.
Hmm.
So even though it's a street legal plate, per se, the federal government does not recognize that plate.
Yeah, but see, the weird part is we use the same plates as the cars do here. Unless you get the ATV plate, but the ATV plate is only so you can ride the state trails here. And you still have to have a sticker and shit to do that. But your machine has to be, in order to ride the state trails here, your machine has to be registered with the BMV.
Okay, I'm not talking state. I'm talking U.S. Forest Service.
I know, but what I'm saying is, in our state, you got 3 types of plates. You got the golf cart plate, which is completely different. And then you have your ATV registration plate, which don't allow you to ride on roads at all unless you're traveling. And I think they give you a distance of 150 feet from off of a trailhead, crossing a road over to another trailhead.
Yeah.
Or a town that allows ATVs on the road, to go into town to get gas and stuff, but not to cruise around and go to your buddy's house and all that shit.
Yeah, well, see, like us here in Arizona, we got 3 different plates for off-road vehicles. You have strictly the RV plate, which is recreational vehicle plate.
Yeah.
That your off-road tag goes on. And then you have a off-road primary plate that also includes street legal, unrestricted street plate. And with that one, you got reduced fees.
Right.
Because is what you're saying is, well, 51% of my riding or driving is going to be off-road.
Right.
but they don't track it. And then they have the full blown, and that plate, you got that plate, and it changes you over to a motorcycle
Right.
on your registration, and you have an off road OHV tag, plus you have your street use tag that goes on that plate.
Right.
And then you've got the full blown street plate that does not include off road, and it's only for street use, and that there has massive fees. It's like $400
Damn.
as opposed to $30 for the on off road plate. And that plate, you're forced to get that plate if your machine weighs over 1,800 pounds.
Right.
So like a KRX, if you want any street legal use at all, you have to get the full blown off road only or on road only plate at the higher value.
Huh. Because of the weight.
Because of the weight.
Yeah. Now, do they go by what the vehicle weighs coming from the factory, or does that include accessories too?
Factory.
Okay.
Yep. Factory.
Always sound like you are blown. I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know. I lost my other train of thought, which ain't very hard to do these days.
Well, as soon as I said the word blown, I mean, fucks with your head.
Yeah. I just got pictures of hookers bouncing in my head.
Geez. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think we're not going to go camping this weekend. I have a video that I have to get out, and then Dino Jet's supposed to be sending me a tuner. It's been in the mail for 2 weeks. I have to do that video.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send you some video to have you edit up for me.
Okay.
For these cameras that I'm putting on the side by side.
Yeah.
I'm doing the front and rear cameras for right now, and then I'll be replacing the side mirrors with cameras also.
Right.
And
use your Google Drive so it's clear video.
Okay.
Because if
And
you send it
then-
through Facebook, it'll be all screwed up.
Yeah. And I'm going to do some daytime riding with them, some nighttime riding with them, and also nighttime riding with all the lights off. Because they're infrared also with IR
Right.
emitters.
Jack, I'll lay it out pretty simple and not very long. If you come up here to ride, you can ride anywhere you want. A riding park, wherever. But to ride the state trails, which I do not ride the state trails, so if you plan on riding with me, it won't be at no state trails. If you plan on riding the state trails, you have to purchase a sticker. Since you're out of state, I don't know how that works, but I know that you can do it. You probably just go to the local BMV here once you get here and just get that sticker. It's like $25 and it's good for like 4 years or something. It doesn't cost that much. But your machine has to be registered with the state that you live in. So you'd have to have a registration plate or a registration sticker of some kind from your state on your machine. But for the most part, the riding parks that we go to, just show up and ride because they're all private. And you just won't be able to ride the streets with us. That's all.
I could.
You could because you got a street legal plate. He could if his state had street legal plates. If his state has a street legal plate, then he's legal here to ride the road.
Yeah.
Not yet, Michael. I'm having a hard time finding a box because they're, I don't know, 5 foot tall whips, 4 foot tall whips. So I have to find a box. I'm cleaning the house this weekend, and I think I might have a box or two that I can tape together down in the basement. So
If you're sending whips like that,
yeah,
go down to the post office. They got those triangular boxes.
yeah, ours don't. My wife went and looked the other day.
They should have them. They're about this long, but
Yeah,
you can tape multiple of them together.
that's what I was planning on doing, but they didn't have any. But
Because
I thought
I may or may not have shipped gun parts in those.
may or may not have. I think I saved some tubes a while ago. But also I got some garage lights that are yay long, and I think those boxes might work as well. So I'm gonna figure it out. But I have to do it cost effectively. I don't want to pay $50 to ship lights that should only cost 15-20 bucks. And they go by box size and everything else. It's stupid. Unless you get one of their prepaid boxes. Yeah, she even went to UPS the other day. And they didn't have enough. Shit's hard to get right now. It's stupid.
But he's right. Poster tubes.
Yep. That's what I think I have downstairs. Because I can tape the two tubes together.
I know there's like online. There's office supply places where you can order long shipping tubes.
Yeah. I thought about if all else fails, go to the store and get some saran wrap, wrap them up, put the shipping label on it, and send them. I mean, if I have to, I will.
Have you seen the way UPS treats shit?
I know.
Well, they're not as bad as USPS.
Yeah, they are whips, so I mean they'd be able to handle. I mean they're used anyway. They don't look the prettiest now. They work. They look decent. They need cleaned up a lot.
Yeah, you need to clean up the whips you put on your machine that I built.
I got to clean the whole damn machine.
I'm still trying to find somebody to machine those parts for me for the whip so I don't have to do it by hand to make it more cost effective.
Yeah, good luck.
I might know of somebody down in Phoenix. One of my buddies, his brother owns a machine shop, so
Yeah.
I might be able to get them done there.
He said try Staples. I'm going to look around this weekend. We're not going camping because I got a bunch of shit I got to get done. And that's on the list to do. So I want to get them over to him so he can get them put on his space shuttle.
My space shuttle.
Yeah, he's got a 950.
I figured that as soon as you said space shuttle.
Yep. He had to buy a 950 because his rear diff went out on his 800. And while it was getting fixed, he didn't have nothing to ride, so he bought the 950.
Shit, that must be nice just to go out and buy another machine because you're waiting on a diff.
I know. Money bags. It crossed my mind to buy a 950 just to do videos with, but I'm like, nah. That's like throwing money in the trash.
So instead, you're buying a 4-seat Terry X.
Trying to. That's like throwing money in the trash too. It's like buying a station wagon and going to a truck meet.
I was thinking more of a minivan.
Yeah, maybe.
You should just change it up on the old lady and just get a KRX.
She wouldn't bother that. Yeah. If I come home with a KRX, she's taking the keys, bro. He said true.
U-Force is better.
Has the same motor and the same shitty diff, hillbilly. Keep that in mind.
Yep.
Just don't romp on it, and that rear diff might hold up. I was pushing mine out of the garage. You know, I had to take that shaft between the engine and the rear diff out.
The little tiny drive, the little tiny prop shaft. It's about that long.
Yep. I was pushing it out of the garage so I could do a video. And I'm pushing it, and the freaking rear end locked up and said, oh, shit. But you know what's funny? It ain't leaked a drop of fluid. So I caught it just in time before it tore up the seal, even though the seal will get replaced. It ain't leaked a drop of fluid, and it will drive just fine. I drove it for, I don't know, ask Mike. I was romping on it with that bad diff and didn't even know it until I kept hearing this noise. Clink, 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 clink. It sounded kind of like a heat shield, but louder.
Kind of like you have a tooth missing on the pinion or ring gear.
I don't know. Probably. For all I know, the pinion might be fine. It could be the bearing, but I highly doubt the pinion's fine.
Oh.
Hi, Ryan.
So when are you going to put cameras on your side-by-side?
I'm probably not. Probably won't.
Let me guess. You're going to wait to see how well they work on mine.
I've got enough shit wired up to mine. I got to rewire the whole thing.
Yeah. One of these days, I got to do that too, just because I want to change some. Because I've added things over time.
Yep, me too.
And I like to have everything in one harness.
Yep.
And, you know, I'm in there. It's like, shit, I got all these wires running across the harness that I already put in. Just because I don't want to rip that harness out and tear it apart, put more wires in it.
Yep. I'm going to buy some real nice connectors to plug and play type deal. I'm going to buy color-coded wire. I'm just going to do it up.
Yeah. I got a good place for the weather pack connectors.
I got those. They're 2-prong.
Yeah, you can get 2-prong, 4-prong, 3-prong, 5-prong, 6,
Yep.
8, 10. You can get them flat, round, rectangular, square.
Yep. I'm still waiting on what company? Oxbeam is sending me a panel with a fuse box and relays, and I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm waiting on that.
I've been thinking about building my own.
You could, but theirs just comes in a kit already together.
Yeah, I've been thinking about building, because I play around with Arduino. And
yeah, I don't think so. That's a customer calling me. Don't fucking call me while I'm at home.
Because I play around with Arduino, think about using MOSFETs to turn on and off the power.
I have to say, Ryan, you need a new dealer.
Yeah, that's the dealer, not CF Moto.
That's the dealer, not CF. I will say, CF Moto sucks with their customer service because they only want to communicate with the dealer. So your dealer actually is supposed to communicate with his local CF Moto sales rep, and they're the ones that get things done. You need another dealer. All companies are like this. Kawasaki, the whole 9 yards. So you're going to find the same thing across the board if you got a shitty dealer. Need a new dealer. But I will say, CF Moto, they're weird. They are fucking weird.
Oh, he bought an extended warranty too.
You buy an
Sounds like.
extended warranty? That's your problem. If you bought an extended warranty, depending upon that warranty company, they won't cover hardly anything because their job is to make money on you.
Now, CF Moto does offer an extended warranty now through them.
Do they?
Yes. And it's the exact factory warranty. It's just they allow you to extend it.
That might be a better option than going to the. Now I will say the warranty company we went with for my wife's, they covered her caliper, no questions asked. I didn't have to pay nothing.
Yeah, see, Ryan bought the CF Moto factory extended warranty.
Ah, well, I'd find a different dealer, Bubba,
Yeah, try a different dealer.
because I'm gonna tell you a little something. You know, there's certain dealers that I like. There's certain dealers that I don't care for, and there's certain dealers that I don't like at all. I'm gonna tell you something about dealers. They don't like warranty work because they don't make any money. CF Moto pays their dealers back with, which in a roundabout way it is money, but in a roundabout way it's not, because CF Moto only pays their dealers back with parts credit. So they get such and such amount of parts credit for such and such jobs. And the dealers, they're not making the money. They're not making $120, $150 an hour with the warranty. So they'll try and weasel their way out of any kind of warranty work they can. Like, for instance, I know a guy. Well, I don't know the guy, but I know a guy who knows a guy. His rear diff just exploded on his 800 just this week, actually. It had 6 miles on it. Took it into the dealer. The dealer told him it was user error, that he hit something and it punctured the rear diff. Well, I don't know how stupid this dealer thinks people are, but if it was his fault and it punctured the rear diff, it would have punctured the little armor plate that's under the rear diff. So he took it to another dealer, and the other dealer got the fix approved under warranty. No questions asked. It's all about money with most of them, and I bought the machine in cash and many aftermarket parts. Yeah, they're just there to get the damn money. There's too many damn dealers in this world, and there's too many greedy, money-hungry fucks who don't care about the consumer. This world is, hey, BS, how you doing, buddy? This world we live in is all about, how do I want to put this? Quantity, not quality. Me,
Yeah.
I'm about quality.
Now, see, if you got a good dealer that'll work with you, like the dealer that I had that I bought my Z1000 through, if I had a warranty part, I took a picture. He sent the picture to CF Moto, would get the part approved, and then just exchange parts with me.
Thanks, Ryan. No, you're okay. That's why we do these live streams, so we can talk about this stuff and get it out there for everybody to watch and notice. That's what me and Larry does here. That's why a lot of people don't like us, because we tell it how it is and we tell the freaking truth, and we don't put up with the bullshit. And that goes for the dealers, the companies, whatever. If we see something we don't like, we call it out. Tell them what John Hester did for you. He's a good dealer, John Hester is.
You know, just John did not having a gasket I needed, and it was actually his wife went and located a dealer closer to me that had the part in stock.
Yep. And they didn't make a dime.
They didn't make a dime doing that. They just did that for me to keep a happy CF Moto customer.
Yep.
And she didn't know who I was or anything.
Nope. John would have, but she didn't.
No.
Yep. My local dealer, they suck. Hell, they don't like me so much, they don't even answer my phone calls anymore. I have to call from a different number for them to answer. You know, my wife's 500 did that exact same thing. And it had 2 miles on it. Because when I unloaded it from the trailer, I buzzed it up the street, and that's when I noticed. So I put it back on the trailer, and I took it back the next day and told them they needed to do an alignment. And they looked at it and told me that I took it on the trail and I bent something. And I told them they better look at the fucking odometer. And he looked at the odometer and he goes, oh, it's only got 2 miles on it. I said, yeah. Literally, it had a half a mile on it when I picked it up because they did their roundabout service check thing. And then I drove it around the parking lot about a half a mile. And then when I got it home, I drove it a mile. And they fixed it. But I did a video of it too. This is my first go around with that dealer. They fixed it. Or they said they fixed it. So I get it home, took it down the road, and it pulled even freaking worse. So I took it back, and they told me they couldn't help me. Because at that time, it had 4 miles on it. 4 freaking miles. So I made a video and posted it all over their social media. The manager called me. He gave me a couple of free items, and he actually had the thing fixed properly. It was out of alignment from the box, from the crate, which is kind of typical normal stuff because it's just slapped together in a factory.
Saying he bent the frame by the AR.
Well, you know, I'll tell you another little story. When I bought my 800EX, they loaded it up on the trailer. They loaded it. I strapped it down. And I took it straight over to my cousin's car wash where he worked. And my cousin goes, wow, dude, what did you do to this tire? Had a gash in it like that. And I looked, I'm like, motherfucker. I mean, this thing had a half a mile on it. I said, motherfucker, I didn't ride it. They loaded it on the trailer. I just bought it, signed a paper. So I called him. He said, oh, no, the tires aren't covered under any kind of warranty because them gashes and stuff happen in the trails. But I said, listen, bud, it's still on a trailer from when you guys loaded it. The mileage will prove it. Well, swing it by, we'll look at it. So I swung it by after work the next day. The mechanic come out and he goes, oh, yeah. He goes, that happened from our crate. He goes, that happens to us all the time. They pinch the tire between the crate when they bolt it together, and that happens. He said, you'll probably never have a problem with it, but we're going to replace it. So they went right in the showroom floor, jacked up a brand new machine, pulled rim, tire, and all, and put it on my machine. I think I'm going to pull my engine off my Bayou 250 and go through it. I know I got a leaking crank seal and a bad return spring on the reverse lock. Yeah, I had to align my 800 trail as well as soon as I got home. I had mine delivered, he said. Yeah, the 250, it sounds like a two-stroke then. Crank seals.
Now, see, I kind of got lucky with my machine. Mine was a dealer demo unit, and only the owner ran it. So I got my machine all broke in. Everything was good to go. Everything was done. And because he had used it and used it to make videos and things, it was well taken care of.
Yep. See, I should have got that 1,000 I was going to get. Because I could have got the $1,700 cheaper than what I got my 800 for. Got my $800 for my 800 for $10,700 out the door. I could have got the 1000 for 10 out the door. It had 10 miles on it. It was a dealer unit. But a buddy of mine had called ahead. We were going to meet there the same day to sign paperwork. He called, got the 1000. Then after that, I called and got the 800. Well, he backed out after the paperwork was done with my 800. And the dealer said, listen, ain't nothing but a thing. We can switch out the paperwork. And I was like, well, it's red. I don't want a fucking red one. So I didn't get the 1000 because it was red. And I probably should have.
And Ryan, give CF Moto customer service a call. Tell them what the dealer's doing. And I guarantee you they'll help you and get the shit covered.
And if they won't, I'll give you an email straight to a rep that I got. And you can email him. As a matter of fact, I'll post that fucking email right here in this chat. Let me go find it.
Hell, the only thing Steve's ever plowed is a freaking Subway sandwich.
Right. Now this guy here, as soon as I get his email, if it'll let me.
I'm not Steve BS, but depending on what you depending on what you're looking for, I got my tires from Discount Tire for my side by side at a fairly decent price for what I got. DOT approved Rage Mojaves.
There you go. Email that guy, see if you get any help. What was I missed? Know anywhere that has good deals on ATV tires? ATV tires like that, I normally get online. Sometimes Amazon. And there's another ATV tire place. You have to Google it. But I got the ATV tires for my kids' go-kart for like $25 a piece. And they were nice, good tires.
Fuck, Steve, I'm losing daylight.
I know. Me too. I need to get off of here, and I got a ton of shit I got to do.
All right, Steve, I got a debate I'm having with myself.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to mount the camera monitor on my dash with their supplied little bracket with the tape.
Yeah.
Okay, 7-inch monitor. Or it came with a U bracket that goes around it that I could take it and mount it up high on the roll cage and tilt it down.
Mount it up on the roll cage. I'm going to answer this guy back. I actually did one winter. I put a plow on my 800, and it did really, really, really well, actually. The only thing I can say is get a light plow. I had a really heavy plow, and it really sunk the front end of the machine down. Not that it really hurt it or anything, but definitely I made my plow. I got a heavy-duty tractor plow and put it on the front of it, and it did just fine. I didn't have any issues, no traction issues, and honestly, I plowed in 2-wheel drive for the most part, and it did pretty well.
The only thing is with the bracket is it screws into the sides.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be more difficult to remove it when I go to wash the machine.
Yep.
And also being up on the cage, if it starts raining, the back's open.
Yep.
If I put it on the dash, the windshield would protect it.
Yeah. That size is pretty odd. I want to say that was pretty close to the same size my kids' back tires were on their go-kart, and they were a pain to find, but I did find them. About $25 a piece shipped is what I paid. Yeah, the only bad idea with that, Larry, is it's not waterproof.
Yeah, but you know, with using that mount,
You got a 3D printer, don't you?
you just unbolt this or loosen it and it slides off, and the wires just plug in.
You got a 3D printer? Just print you a damn waterproof mount.
Something that covers the back.
And the front.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just tape it to the damn dash. They got little holes where you can run screws through too.
Damn, BS. Yeah. Don't want to run holes through your dash, though.
I've got so many holes in my dash with things in them, it don't matter anyways. You know, I got one of those marine stereos in the dash.
Well,
I've cut holes for extra switches. Yeah, tablet mount.
Yeah, that's what I need. Tablet mount for my tablet. Well, I should jump off here and go straighten up in there. I got a bunch of shit I got to go through.
Yeah, I should get out there while I still have a little bit of daylight. I probably got about 45 minutes worth of daylight. Looks like rain's coming.
Yeah.
And go out there and
$50 at Lowe's, BS. That's what I do. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna jump off here, get the shit picked up and put away, and get in the house.
yeah.
So
I got some things I got to do too.
yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna get stuff taken care of around here. We're not going camping, so time to work around the house, get my garage straightened up and shit.
Hey, look at that. I didn't say anything to get you going on a rant.
You too. No, you didn't. Not really, huh?
Yeah.
We didn't rant on this one. No.
Yeah.
All right. I'll catch you later, Larry.
Alrighty. I'm going to go out and play with this 1000 some.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.